So recording is beginning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning RSSC online meetup. We had,
Alan,
yeah.
Alan, if I could just interrupt, do you hear my audio?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Buzz.
So we had reached out to an individual who was willing to give us a short talk on one of his projects, but I apologize, I forgot to follow up, so I'm not sure if they're going to show up. So if they're already on, awesome. And then if not, we'll continue with our show and tell format. From an events and business standpoint, we really don't have a lot to report. We're still in a holding pattern at Long Beach. So we will not be allowed to meet in person for the immediate future. So we'll continue virtual. However, Thomas is able to restart his Riverside robotic meeting starting last weekend. Thomas, would you like to talk a little bit about how well that went? I've got a picture I could put up as well. Thomas, you're sorry, you're on mute. Oh, 1 second.
We had a good turnout. We had about 12 people show up, including my own daughter for the first time ever in a long time. We had various show and tells. We had a guy with one of those 3D printed arms that they're selling for $200 to $1,000, depending upon how low you can get the guy down. Not the arm itself. He's just selling the instructions on building and including the STL files for 3D printing. It was a good event. Everybody enjoyed themselves. We talked about robots, and then we talked more about robots, and then we talked more about robots. A few of us went out for coffee or lunch, I guess it was, after the fact. Alan, I got a couple of pictures. I got a whole bunch on my phone. I haven't uploaded them.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So the Woodcrest library that we had met at in the before times is back open, and they've expanded. Their meeting area appears to be twice as large, and they're set up for social distancing. They've got plenty of room for chairs and tables. And we implemented a mask required policy for our meeting, and we had no challenges there. And I'll be honest, it was nice. It felt safe. We had a lot of support from the library. They've got a new projector set up. And as you can see from the layout, I think maybe 1 or 2 more people showed up after this photo was taken. But there was plenty of room to be comfortable and catch up and talk about the stuff that we've been working on. So I think it worked out really well.
They expanded it out, right?
About double the size.
So, okay, interesting.
It used to end where that little ceiling changes. It used to end right about there.
Yeah, I remember that. That's cool.
Yeah, so everyone can make their choices about what they feel is safe for them at any point in time. So there's absolutely no pressure to meet in person. But for those that were that wanted that as an option, we were happy to set that up. It worked out really well. We had no problems enforcing our personal mask mandate, and it was nice to get a chance to meet up in person after I want to say almost 2 years, but probably 18 months. It worked out well.
And we're going to do it again in November.
Yes, sir. All right. So,
Alan, if I may, I'll upload some photos, and then when we come around to show and tell, that's what my show and tell will be.
All right. Excellent. So I don't have any more business to really go over. Although I normally don't indulge myself, this time I'm going to take advantage of our robots in the news section and share a couple of things that I find to be really interesting that have come around recently. So there's a couple of quick clips. I'll be sure and I'll post the links in chat for anyone that's interested in seeing more about that. And we'll start off with for Joe had asked if there was anything really interesting involved between robotics and domino stacking. And it turns out there have been. Mark Rober partnered up with some super smart guys to create an competition and a robot and an apparatus to automatically lay down a large amount of dominoes. So everything from the robot to lay them down to the machine that
Sorry,
feeds
I'm
them.
talking here, but what? That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see if I get a few clips of this going. I'll post the link in as well. And this is truly cool. Like, I wish I had the imagination to come up with so I don't even know if I remember to share the audio on this, but the programming and the robot to lay them out and the hopper, the machine that feeds in the dominoes into it. Basically, he and his team broke a Guinness World Record for laying down the most dominoes in the least amount of time. Wow. So the link is in chat. It's a I can't think of a better way to spend 15 minutes to watch the entire thing. And it was a multi-year project, everything from the programming and the design to the apparatus that feeds the robot with the correct domino colors in the correct spot to the robot that actually geospatially lays this out within, maybe 5 millimeters or a second centimeter is truly impressive. The next thing is, so there are a bunch of companies out there that are producing lower cost cobots. One of them is called Mycobot. It's a low price multi-axis robotic arm with positional feedback. Its positional accuracy is claimed to be probably 0.5 millimeters, but it's probably 2 or 3 millimeters. You're talking kind of Dynamixel level of control and feedback. But this guy is available for $600, and you can get a version that integrates a Raspberry Pi, and then a slightly cheaper version that just uses an ESP32. So they provide the software and the robot and a choice of grippers. And it's a really neat project for someone who has some cash lying around and wants to get started with automation. They're produced through Elephant Robotics. The Mycobot that we saw in the video clip is their smallest one, and it starts at $600. They also have a larger one called Mycobot Pro, which is a scaled up design, which is a little bit more expensive. And my pelletizer, I don't remember what that one was. So it's a cool little thing out there. There's a couple of them. This is the lowest cost one that I've seen so far. The only thing a little suspicious about it is that they claim 0.1 millimeter repeatability when in actuality it's far higher than that. But for $600, that's okay. Pollen Robotics has won an award in something. These guys, let's see if I can find the picture of them. They've been out for a couple of years producing a low-cost Dynamixel robot called Poppy, I think. And then, so they recently won an award with Teleoperation. And this was super cool. We've got some people that are very interested in hand design. These guys are using, it is technically hydraulic, but it uses that mesh over a tube technology. And I gotta tell you, I don't know how practical this is, but this is super cool. So 2 degrees of freedom thumb, currently 1 degree of freedom in each finger, so 5, 6, 7 total. It appears that they have wrist, 1 or 2 degrees of freedom in the wrist. And I'm not sure what level of control they have in terms of force or position, but these guys, Automaton Robotics, are doing some really interesting things right now. And in this quick demo, they're able to lift I think a 7 kilogram with the hand, which is super impressive. Let me see which one this is. So the Robot Studio, they've been out there for many, many years, and I'll put links in chat for all these guys. They've been doing some really interesting things. They've been using some hand formed plastic, and just in terms of imagination in their results, from using the motors out of power drills. I've been super interested in just watching their progress and the things that they have done. They have recently been working on a new generation robot arm, and these guys, the Robot Studio, they've just been running live casts of endurance testing of their new, more traditional design. I don't think they're doing harmonic or hypocycloidal. I think it's spur gear. And they've got, as part of their burn-in, they've got a random number generator that's generating valid motion positions, and then a small program that moves over to it, probably some type of simple ramp up, ramp down. But they've been at this for a couple of years, and I'm very excited to see what they'll do next with that. And I can't help but notice that they have a hand on that. I'm not sure if it's fully articulated, but it looks cool. And finally, and this is something I've talked about once or twice, this guy, this kid's going places. He has found a way to modify standard servos with an input encoder on the input shaft and the output shaft, and using standard servos and a lot of control theory, he is able to get sub-millimeter repeatable accuracy out of standard servo motors. So there's links to his YouTube page and his Arduino project to show exactly how to do this. This is probably the next thing that I want to try with servos. I had said for a while that I was kind of finished with servo development because I thought I had hit a dead end, but if there's a way to take a $15 jumbo servo and make it this accurate, I might be back in for a little bit, because I'm a big fan of cheap. So I'll post all these links in the chat, but those are the things I've come across over the past couple of weeks for robots in the news. So before we get into show and tell, has anyone came across anything else in the news they'd like to quickly share or point out or send a link to?
Yeah, they had what was it? SpaceX had their robot out there, their robot dog out there doing inspections. So this is the first practical use I've seen of that dog so far. I don't have a video to show.
Oh, right on. Yeah, they've got a spot, right? They're doing engine
They have a
inspections.
spot, and they use spot to do their inspections. I guess it's safer than putting somebody out there if they've got it all loaded up with fuel.
Right on. Okay, so if we're going to move over to show and tell, I see Thomas, you've got your photos ready for last week. Do you want to start that off?
Sure. Get them set up here. I didn't know I'd be first. I guess if there's nobody else, I guess I'm first.
Is that way?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, Thomas.
No. Open with photos. There we go.
Yeah, I saw that hand there thing there, Alan. It looks interesting. They basically took the air muscles and made them hydraulic.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Okay, can you see the robot?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a snake robot.
You need to get rid of the zoom thing in the middle of the thing, Thomas.
Get rid of the Zoom thing. What Zoom thing? Am I sharing the wrong screen?
Yeah, we're just looking at the Zoom window, the join a meeting window.
That's not supposed to come up. Let's try that again. Yeah, why did it pick that screen? I didn't try this one.
Just select the first screen and then you'll be okay all the time.
Does it show the snake robot now?
Yep.
Everybody see the snake robot? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's kind of low res, but let's move along. Who was it that brought that snake robot? Do you remember, Alan?
Oh, I mean kid in the most inclusive manner possible. Yeah, from last weekend. I'm sorry, I don't recall his name off the top of my head.
It was very cool. I also have a video. And this is Alan's quads, Todd the quad. And what's the little one called, Alan?
Oh, in the back, Teensy Spot.
Teensy Spot. Yeah, you can demo Teensy Spot, but those actually fold out to 4 legs, 4 dog-like legs. And it's really an interesting little robot. And hopefully, Alan will have a big show next month. What's left to do on those, Alan?
Oh, just everything.
All right, moving right along. And of course, Jim there with orange, or as he calls it, orange. I have a hard time with khakis. And we've all seen orange 100 times, and we just got to see more of orange every week. Is Jim here today? No, he's out. He's out in Northern California. That's right.
Yeah, and he might log in remotely to share some of the things he's looking at. We'll see if he's able to work that out.
Even the mask is orange, right?
Yeah, look at that. And this is the young guy with the snake robot telling about his robot. And that was our friend Tim Lewis's mask. He's got this wonderful mask for Halloween. And this is the gentleman who, that's actually a robot arm mounted on that pole. It's kind of hard to see in this picture there. This is the one that they sell the plans for from between $200 and $1,000. Depends how low you can get the guy down. He's from Italy or something. There's a better shot of it. It actually moves rather well. And it's got a control so you can run it with your own arm. It mirrors your own arm. There you can see the hand a little bit better. There we go. And there's another shot of orange around. You can see that new room is so big now and no company. Much better for robots. All right, let me show you a couple of the videos.
Hey, where'd you get that t-shirt you're wearing, Thomas?
Amazon.com.
I like Robbie. He's one of my favorite robots.
I believe it. Okay, I'm going to share this. Let me cue it up here. Tell me if you can see the snake robot.
Nope.
You see the zoom instead?
Yep.
That's got to be a bug in their software because I'm pointing it right at it. Let's try again. How about now?
Yep.
That's fine.
I don't think I optimized it for audio, but you'll get the idea. Now look at that thing.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch that go across the floor.
Yeah, he designed and 3D printed and assembled. That's entirely his. It's a very cool design.
Yes.
I was told that it is very easy to program actually. I mean, all you do is shifting the sinusoidal signal in time between the servos. So in terms of, moving it, it's very easy.
All right, here's the next movie up. Let's see if I can share that. Okay, are you seeing the guy with the hand?
We're looking at an Explorer window with a bunch of pictures in it.
I just got no luck with this. How about now?
Yep.
It took 2 months to build this up. And he's having problems because, everybody knows it worked at home.
Well, it's not wired very well.
Okay,
It's,
Mr. Expert.
Yeah, it's very ambitious for his first project. It's doing all right.
Debugging, demo it.
That's quite a few motors in that arm.
Oh, yeah.
Finger movement.
It's a nicely 3D printed hand and arm there. Looks really nice.
You guys hear him?
Not really.
Bought it off of some Italian guy. Arduino Nanos and PCA 16-channel motors. And I have a couple of orange, but of course we've all seen orange before. Can you see orange?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, that's about all I've got for today.
Thank you, Thomas.
All right, I see a familiar face that I haven't seen in a few years. Nelson, is that you? Nelson? He's got to turn on his mic. Just wanted to welcome him. Nelson was a big part of the Riverside Robotics Society for many years, helping us out in everything. He went to Las Vegas and supposedly now he's back and he can't turn on his microphone. And if you want to say a few words, come back. We'll come back to you.
Oh, almost.
Okay, I am muted. I was on mute.
Hello, Nelson. Welcome. I'm glad you made it today.
Yep.
I was saying Nelson helped out immensely at the Riverside Robotics Society again and again and again. At many of our outreach programs, he helped me move my robots, Betty 9, and his robots. He had a few robots too. Nelson, do you have any new robotics to show off today, or are you just sitting in?
No, I'm just keeping up with Musk and Tesla, hoping we're going to get self-driving cars the next couple years.
Yeah, I think
He's working on new batteries too.
yeah. Yeah.
He's getting new batteries for the newer model Teslas.
That's true. That's true.
So no, I haven't done anything recently. I moved to Vegas to find out if a 64-year-old gigolo would make money, and it didn't. So I moved back here.
I hear you. I hear you. All right. Well, we need some help with the Simone project. So anytime you got some spare time, let me know. I'll be.
Okay.
Speaking of friends, Forrest Thompson is here. Hello, Forrest. Are you here? I guess he's on mute or he's left. I was hoping he might have some. Anybody else have anything to show? Alan, I know you, right?
I'm sorry?
You have things to show, don't you?
Beyond the video clips, I didn't plan, but I could set up Braden in a few minutes if we want to put him through his paces. Here, let's just, you know what? I like something that Camp did, not because it was mean, but because it made a lot of people more comfortable with just talking. I'm just gonna do a little walkabout. So on my screen, I'm just gonna say hi to you and ask what you've been working on, and nothing right now is certainly an acceptable answer. So on my screen, going left, right, top to bottom, Joe, good morning. Oh, might have stepped away. Carl, good morning. What have you been working on?
Hey, I guess the most robotic thing is I'm working with a first FRC team at the Sato Academy. I put a link out there. Always looking for more mentors for that. It's a good group of kids. There's like 30 of them, and the lead mentor is a Uber mentor. He's been with it for like 15 years and really bright guy and works for iRobot. So he's a software manager, so he really knows his stuff. And they're at the Sato Academy, which is very close to Cal State Long Beach, just a few blocks away from there. So, so I've been doing that, and then I've been doing some escape room work. So more IoT, processors, and servos, and things like that. So.
Oh, right on. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, in fact, the project the other day was, this is just a fun little tidbit, but for an escape room, when you use relays, like when you have a puzzle with like 5 things you got to put in order, if you use relays for the logic, so when one of the 5 items is in the right place, you turn a relay on, and when all the relays are on, it goes. They can hear that. So that click is a tell that they got the item in the right place. So I'm swapping that out for just an Arduino Nano. I love the Nanos on the terminal shields just because they're super easy to wire. So the relays, using a relay instead of a microprocessor, the reason for that is, again, so that the wiring is simple. And because every time you bring a microprocessor, then there's code, you got to manage code. So these are not PLCs, so the code's not stored on the device. So you got a code file floating around somewhere. So it's like I like using relays and things like that for all the logic. So it's kind of fun going back and forth between Arduino class machines and relays for the logic. So because you can kind of do a lot of the same stuff, And in fact, I was thinking the other day it'd be fun to see how sophisticated you get with just these cheap relays you can buy on Amazon now. So because banks of 8 relays are really inexpensive, So.
Right on. Is this a escape room set up for the holidays, or is it a full-time?
I'm helping people that do this more regularly, but yeah, this one is the scenario escape room in Brea, and they have one game now that I worked on a year or 2 ago, and then they're rolling out a new one. So, and I think I showed it before. I don't have them here anymore, but yeah, the new one, what'll be fun is they have like a Nerf ball gun, and it shoots these targets down. And the question is, how do you bring them back up again? So I made boards. I used mini servos, and I made so that when the board flops down, it's on a hinge, and then the mini servo pushes it back up. And so there's a bunch of these. So they're nice little boards they each have. Typically, it's nice to run 12 volts around. So they have a little mini 12 volt to 5 volt converter, a little Arduino Nano to do the code, a magnetic sensor for when the board falls down, and a mini servo. So a bunch of these modular little guys. So it's really nice, compact little assembly. So, I guess that's a robot. It's a sensor and it moves.
Keeps it simple, Carl.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's sort of it's kind of fun, sort of sorting out.
I did
best practices.
I did a haunted Ouija board for an escape room.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
When I was demo, his weird part was when I was put it online to show to the guy, they thought it was a real Ouija board. I had to tell him it's a robot because it was moving by itself.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the XY tables, I had done those for some of the sites.
I used an XY plotter, was supposed to draw with a pencil.
Right.
So I was magnetically moving the Ouija board little pluck around on the board. I can spell any word or sentence you wanted.
Right. Yeah. Super popular for chess or
Put it on an SD card and they can dial in which message you want, push the button that plays it.
Yeah. I was looking at AliExpress and I saw an XY table, and it was like $100, So
Well,
it's all the
got
metal
this
and the
one-
motors. It's like, wow.
I got this one for a company in China that I have dealt with before, and the whole table, everything, including the controller, it was like $299 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a large XYZ table.
Yeah. That's
Right on. All right, Carl, thanks for catching us up. Let's Tim, let's go with you next. What have you been up to?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, let's go with you next. What have you been up to?
I'm still working on my project. I've got something working, but it's working backwards. So it looks like I'm going to have to run it through an inverter to invert the signal plus level shift it at the same time. I have a audio board I'm trying to use to start and stop the record playback function, and it has an LED on it that's on when it's when it turns off, it turns on an LED, and I need it to go the other way around. So I got it breadboarded up here. I'm working on trying to get it together.
All right, excellent. Sounds cool. Mr. Sergey, can I put you on the spot? How have you been?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I was working on my lawnmower. It's a full-size ride-on 25 horsepower machine, and it works flawlessly when it comes to controlling the movement of the levers, stuff like that. So all the servo problems, all the radio control problems are solved long ago. And currently it runs quite well under the PX4 autopilot, which I kind of assembled from a Raspberry Pi and available sensors and RTK GPS. Now, what I found after a lot of, kind of running it around and cutting the grass in some areas of my property, the precision of control of that big machine, how you control it is very different from how you control an electrically driven robot. Because there is a lot of inertia, there is a lot of, kind of different response to the levers. And autopilot does a wonderful job of controlling it. Don't kind of read me wrong in this. But I still need a much more precision. And what I came up with is that I need to use something like a state machine or a behavior tree to basically control the position of the robot. So when it leaves the waypoint, it accelerates, that's one state. Then it goes into L1 line following, that's a separate algorithm, that's a different state. And then it comes, approaches the destination point. It's a different state as well. And then stopping and turning to the direction of the next point. I mean, that zigzag pattern can be quite complex. So I came to a conclusion that I cannot really run that heavy machine every time that I change a little bit in the state machine, in the tuning parameters and stuff like that. And basically I have to go to the simulation. And what I wanted to show you is the interesting kind of screen that I have right here. And I apologize for not really running it, like capturing the screen or whatever, but you should be able to see a little bit of it while I'm doing that. So what I have is a map of the property, and that was, this is the plan. So just go straight, turn, go straight. It's a rectangle shape. And what I will be doing is, and that's completely standard, you know, out of the box PX4 behavior. So I'm making a gazebo. You cannot see the, but anyway, it's a command that builds and runs a PX4 gazebo simulation. So in terms of the architecture, in terms of the tools used, PX4 is not that different from the ROS. So this is gazebo coming up on my Linux machine. Hopefully. Interesting. Okay, let me, I did something wrong. Okay, so gazebo is here. And you can see an out-of-the-box vehicle that comes as a model, you know, to run. Let me resize it a little bit. And now I go to the ground station. And what I do is I ask it to execute that mission. And you can see the vehicle moving. And you can see the vehicle moving here. Basically, it's a full-blown world that I can adjust to my liking, and I can adjust the vehicle to my liking. So at the moment, I'm building the, and it did execute that mission. You can see that turns are not precise enough for cutting grass. But I mean, the reliability of this thing is good. And by the way, when we put it on the actual machine, on the actual lawnmower, it kind of does the same. It moves along the line, not very precise, and it doesn't turn in the precise positions. So I'm sorry for taking too much time. I hope it was kind of a little insight into a different technology, different from the ROS stuff that we all enjoy so much. And in many ways, I think that PX4 with its, you know, real-time capabilities and its, you know, kind of integration of sensors and tools is a better tool for actual, you know, controlling moving objects. Thank you for listening.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing. That's so neat. All right, Mr. Jim Ubertsetsik, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been working on designing, but not yet building, yet another mechanical robot hand that I hope will be fully autonomous. And it's based partially on the old technology of the Hex Walker walking robot, which is a 6-legged robot that has been around for a long time. 3 electric motors, 6 legs that move in pairs. I'm trying to do something similar to that in the form of a hand that can grasp and pick up various things. I don't know yet how well that will work out. I'm also basing it partly on the beam technology of Mark Tilden's basic ideas using a 74 AC 240 integrated circuit in various combinations. I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'll let you know.
All right. Tilden was Subsumption, right? That was his claim to fame.
No, that was, let me think, who was that? That was the guy at MIT at the
Rodney
robotics.
Brooks.
Oh, Brooks.
Yeah,
Brooks was a
Brooks.
Subsumption guy. Okay. Right on. All
Yeah,
right.
now working for Boston Dynamics.
Excellent. So it looks like Jim D'Annunzio is able to join us from the block party. Jim, did you have something you wanted to show us? Let's see what you've been up to.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm here at the block party, and it's kind of loud in the showroom, but I can try to show you some stuff if everybody else is going. Let's see here. I just walked in, and there's a coffee robot machine, and we should probably run it, right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
And there's a kiosk here. Might as well get an Americano or something. Let's see. Espresso. Let's see if I can do it here. I'll pay afterwards. So I click here. Check out. Oh wow, contact. It has a pay thing right here. Let me put my card in. Approved. Oh, okay, it's moving. It's getting a cup there. Rotating it. It's going into the machine there. So I see it's it's using an arm to move the cup into a regular coffee machine. So yeah, I got here this morning and I'm still looking around. I actually bumped into Daniel, Albert, and the homebrew guys. I haven't said hello yet, and I just saw his the robot dog that he's got, quadruped, and
Oh,
it's
that's
looking
cool.
pretty good.
Been talking about that on the other club. I think.
He's running it now, and it really accelerates quite nicely, like towards you. It's on a remote control, but yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty smooth here. It's not spilling it, and then it's putting it nicely into the receiver area. I guess that's it. Oh, and then it
Looks like it rotated towards you there.
it's saying something in a robot voice, but anyway, there you go.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, accept your new masters.
Well,
What's
but
that?
it should be able
Yeah.
to talk to the customer, right? I mean, that's the main function.
Yeah, this one, it said it's ready, but it doesn't ask you questions or anything. You're just typing it in, or just punching it in. So yeah, I'll show you the show floor. I'm not sure I'll be able to hear much. But yeah, it's just in Oakland here. 20 minutes from downtown San Francisco, over the Bay Bridge. And someone said, "This is the coolest event in the Silicon Valley for robotics. So good job coming from Orange County. Oh, and they have a spot. I'd never seen one in person here.
Oh, that's cool. Whose spot is
Hold
that,
on
I
a
wonder? That Adam Savage's spot?
Gotta turn up the volume here. So yeah, that's a spot.
Who's controlling it? Can you see?
Yeah, this guy's got the remote control. You see it?
Yeah, yeah.
He's kind of explaining it right now, but so but yeah, there's a real spot next to it, and then this is Daniel's. Hey Daniel, it's Jim D'Annunzio from. Hey, I've got the club on live. Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's rebooting right now, but and his battery might be low already. That's the difference between a homebrew. This thing has is that a honking battery there? Or is that the router? Oh yeah, he's pushing it. I'm rocking it. See that? Oh, it didn't like that. I'm on LTE right now, so and I haven't increased my gigabyte budget, but so I'll probably not stay on too long. But yeah, he's talking about how you just you don't control the joints separately. You really just it's a very simple interface. It's a joystick. You can see the control. But yeah, you've probably seen a lot of videos of this. All right, there he goes. I wonder how dangerous it is to get in the way, because, you know, I don't know if this thing has sensors for collisions. Does it have a collision sensor for a person? Yes. Okay, good. He says it does. Yeah, you can feel the floor. You can feel the floor bump a little bit when it moves. You can tell it's not a light thing. Oh, he's doing a little bit of a trot. So he's just controlling it there on with the remote, which is kind of like an iPad with joysticks. Tell me if the camera work is okay.
Yep, looking good.
Good.
Yeah, I can really feel the floor. I mean, but yeah, the guy says it does have collision sensors, so there's some degree of safety. And he's doing all this just by moving 2 joysticks. And then some buttons. But yeah, this is primarily Spot is only operated this way. It's not autonomous. Not really, right? Oh, there he goes down. And back up. Of course, this is a star of the show here. There's a lot of people. My friend from Oakland is bringing his kids to this event. They really should. This is a great event for kids to see robots in action. All right, well, I want to show you that this guy is an artist, and he's created amazing work with 3D printing and laser cuts. And just from like Home Depot type materials, like laminate, and then he uses jewelry glue to combine them. And he has a laser cutter, and he said he uses either freehand, like for stuff like this, or he uses Adobe Illustrator for stuff like that. And it goes right into the machine to this, I forget the name of the laser cutter, but it has a scanner, and you scan the drawing, and then it basically copies it. That's really good for an artist. You don't have to spend hours and hours in some software, except Illustrator, of course. He has to do that. But you can see the really detailed work. Look at this thing. You see that? Looks like some autonomous vehicle research going on here. Foxglove Studio. Hi, I'm broadcasting to a robot club in Southern California.
I'm from SoCal. I live in Laguna Beach.
Oh, okay. This is RSSC, the Robot Society of Southern California.
We're in SoCal.
It's in Long Beach, and of course we're all what do you call it? We're virtual at this point.
Yeah, sure.
I have some. I might have dropped it. I have some 3D printed things. So what are you up to here?
So we're a visualization tool. So basically,
Visualization tool.
Yeah. So you can connect to live robot, you connect to your existing robot data. We support different types of data connections: ROS1, ROS2, even directly to Velodyne.
Okay.
And effectively, if you've ever used like RViz or RQT, all that like suite of things, we're an integrated solution for that. We run on Mac, Windows, Linux, and get your data, you load it up, and then you can visualize it different views however you want.
Can you guys hear that? Him?
Yep. Yeah, we can hear him.
Okay.
You can hear the guy talking.
They can also, it's a free tool. If they go to foxglove.dev, you can click it, you can try it. It's all available, it's open source. So it's easy to try.
Foxglove. Yeah, so it works with ROS1, ROS2.
Yep, and we're adding support for non-ROS things over time as well.
Right. So yeah, Foxglove is a visualization tool, and works with ROS1, ROS2,
Yep.
and RViz. Well, it kind of complements RViz.
That's right. So this panel is closer to RViz. This is a 3D panel that
There's a-
shows markers and things. And basically, these other panels all show different types of views of your data. We have like raw message panels, or closer to like Lost Topic Echo. We have plot panels. We have diagnostic panels.
Diagnostics,
We have
yeah.
map panels.
All sorts of
You
graphing.
make those layouts, and you can very easily share them with your team and change between them.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, it's got a lot of flexibility, it sounds like, with the different panels and data visualizations. Well, thank you so much. Oh, it's getting crowded here. I might have dropped, or pardon me. I'm gonna see if I drop the RSSC tags. Oh, okay. We have a robot. We have a robot showdown here. Can you see it?
All right.
I don't know about Spot versus what's yours name, Daniel?
Yeah, it doesn't really have
We'll call it the block-headed beast. M minus. Hey, Chris, it's Chris. Chris Meyer in the flesh. We're broadcasting to RSSC and RS. So yeah, this is a carefully choreographed operation to involve robots without damaging each other. That's pretty funny. But yeah, Daniel likes to point out his is about 1/10 the price or less, or even 1/10. Spot is 70,000. Oh yeah, 7,000 is still kind of expensive, but affordable. Oh, and there's this little ball that is obviously a remote control ball floating around. So yeah, I wish you guys. I know it was kind of a a difficult thing to get up here, but I think it's worth it once a year. Maybe we'll get some more people from down south that come up, or if they have more events. But these are a brushless motor, right? That quasi direct drive. I think, yeah, you guys, well, we had a lecture about that, right? Yeah. Wonder where I dropped the Did you see a bag of RSSC luggage tags? I think little plastic bag I dropped somewhere. Oh, maybe it was. Yeah.
Is that a cat?
It's a dog. It's doggish. All right. Well, let me. Here's this is Paddington Dynamics with a robot arm called Sick. I'm not sure why it's called Sick, but it is Sick.
Hey, Ben, can you hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I've got headphones on.
All right. Is this one room? Is it all in one room? Or is it spread out?
Yeah, it's pretty much all one room, one part of one room. But
this is called the Robot Block Party, is that right?
Yeah, Robot Block Party, and it's in Oakland, near the airport, Oakland Airport.
I know it well. I flew out of that airport many times.
Right, yeah, it's only a few half a mile from it or something. Looks like they're doing a little class topic over here. They did, yeah. They do some essential, not demonstrations, but kind of little tutorials for little talks from companies, exhibitor talks. Oh, here's a, looks like a virtual telepresence robot there. You can see it, it's on a base. What is that? Omni, OHMNI. And it's got an omega symbol. Oh, and he's able to point down the, hello. Here he comes. Hello, we're broadcasting to Southern California Robot Club. That? Can't quite hear. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So he can point his camera down and up. Did you see? It's a pretty good looking telepresence. So he can point down to like the floor. It's got a servo, obviously, there.
Who's controlling that telepresence robot, Jim? Can you see?
Yeah, did you see there was a guy in the other, there's a guy on the video there. I don't know, I don't think he's around, I think he's remote.
Oh, okay.
Either that or he's somewhere on the floor here, but they told me I couldn't use the Wi-Fi because they're using the Wi-Fi for all their stuff. Just go around a little bit and can go by the homebrew. This is Ubiquity Robotics. There's a LiDAR. Oh, they've got the hand. Can you see that? Okay. Oh, so this is the shadow. Shadow. So it's hooked up to a PC. Hello. This is a tangible, tactile telerobot. Here's a, this is more related to like the Magellan or Sergey's type stuff. It says using RTK, GNSS versus RTK. GNSS, I haven't heard.
Looks like the Mars robot.
Yeah. So GNSS must be another kind of navigation thing.
That's just a generic name for GPS. It's the more global version, GNSS. So.
Oh, okay. So he's comparing GPS. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
GPS versus the RTK.
Right. So maybe they're doing some kind of non-RTK solution. Having the two antennas front to back is used for heading. So side to side, you might be able to get heading out of that too, but they're obviously taking the two readings and doing some differential.
Oh, yeah. Is that why there's this funny flat looking antenna, then a regular looking one?
That might be telemetry, the flat one.
It's plugged into something called Darker Lord 3D Mark. I guess that's the machine, but this is what they're showing here.
Oh, maybe they're just comparing the two, showing you what.
Yeah, versus.
Right, as opposed to.
Thomas, your image is breaking up on your side.
How about now? Is that better?
Can't tell.
Oh, and they've got these antennas. Those antennas.
Yeah, those are the GPS patch antennas.
Oh, okay. So this is definitely an outdoor thing. Parker Lord. Oh, here's the info. They make a system, I guess. This is navigation. Microstrain inertial sensors. So that's a company. Parker.
Looks pretty cool.
Oh, here's a conveyor bot. This is also Ubiquity. And then there's a, what's happening? Oh, there's this lower, smaller one. Magni.
Oh, that's cool looking. It's got sonar and everything.
Yeah, so this has got a lot of, it's interesting. They've got the sonars at very different angles like that. Almost
Yeah, I wonder why. What's it looking at?
All right, I'm broadcasting us to a robot club in Southern California. I'm a Jim Denuncio. All right, Thomas Messerschmidt. Yeah, he's online. You know Thomas. This is Alan Fetterman. Ubiquity.
Hey, Alan.
He says hi.
Thomas comes from Ross phone
Oh yeah, the Wednesday ones or Tuesday. Sorry, not. Yeah, I go to the Saturday sometimes with Chaz. So here's the conveyor bot.
Yeah, looks like orange.
I know. That's what my robot is, a conveyor bot, kind of.
At the HBRC meeting on Wednesday, Alan was talking about these two robots he was bringing here. So there he is.
At the Wednesday,
yeah, at the HBRC meeting on Wednesday, he was talking about bringing this one. And the conveyor belt idea is they use fiducials for navigation, and the fiducials also tell the robot whether to stop or turn or whatever. And so this new Ubiquity robot will go to all the fiducials in order.
Oh, it's yeah, like a mini warehouse bot of sorts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Around your lab, even.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fiducials are still quite a very powerful, useful way to get around, right? Kind of probably much more reliable than what I do, or at least somewhat more reliable than having the LiDAR-based map.
Right. And Alan said those fiducials are called stag markers, and they're supposedly a little bit more accurate than the other style ones you might see.
Oh yeah, look at those. Those are funny looking.
Yeah.
More.
So, I think he said stag marker. STAG, I think.
Oh yeah, here they are. There's some on the table.
Right.
Those are like very organic looking, as opposed to the more square looking one. All right. I can show, they're gonna have a race here. I think they've got the track set up because it was gonna rain up here, so they brought it inside. They're gonna do some AI, some racing. Hopefully, I'll see that later. Oh, they've
Donkey
got
cars.
Yeah, donkey car probably. This is a smoothie maker, it looks like. Oh, I think we saw this one on some kind of maker email or something.
Or was it someone in the homebrew robotics?
Oh no, it was somebody in homebrew, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I knew I saw it somewhere. Let's see what else we got. This is Russell Solutions Group. There's looks like dolls of some sort, robot dolls. Maybe. And bring your. Let's see. Here's the DIY stuff. Roby. These are donkey cars. Looks like a real sense, 2 real senses on there. They'll probably be, and there's a traditional looking donkey car. I was thinking of building one at some point, but then I got the JetBot, and that maybe, I don't know if that can do the same thing, but certainly the NVIDIA Jetson Nano can be the basis. This is Robot Mike. Looks like he's got the Amazon one over there that you have to pay a lot of money for AWS services unless you download the Ubuntu for home. And we know this setup here, the Comedy Robot, in Move Trio. And it's hey, hi, Jim. Damaris? That's Damaris. We've seen her demo these before. But yeah, she obviously, it must be a little difficult to transport fairly fragile robots like that. But they have these buttons down here where you can, she's got these big buttons where you can respond, or actually you can activate it. It's going to be too hard to hear that, but. Hey, it's Jim D'Annunzio from the RSSC. I forget your name. Marco? Marco, it's Marco, people. I'm broadcasting onto the club. Yeah, so here's the homebrew robotics table. And that's Damaris. Hi. We're broadcasting online. Oh, you've got one of those. I've wanted one of those old terminals for a while. Is that yours? Oh, that's part of this place. Yeah. Oh, you're doing building? Oh, okay. Daughter, this is your daughter's? It's her daughter who's working on a robot. Say hi to the robot club. It's like 20 people over in our SoCal. She built the white one when she was 12, and now it's this one, the blue one. Wow, it's pretty amazing. And then yours is that. Okay, so she's built more than you have, with some help, I assume.
There is a one before this.
Oh, there was one before. Oh, it's Japan. She doesn't want him to touch this, the blue one. You built it, yeah. So daughter built this blue one. That's a lot of printing too, isn't it? Many hundreds of hours. Well, I don't know, hundreds of hours probably of printing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. It's the right. It can be printed in a small printer, so any of us can do it who have a printer. Oh, that's just the. Is this the which one? Oh, okay. Yeah. So this was an article of them in of that issue. Yeah, that I remember that one. Volume 64, August 2018. Okay.
How she made hers.
She wrote about how she made hers. Yeah, yeah, so we should check that old article out. And that was like 3 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I get the Make. Let's talk about the Make magazine changed size from back to the small size. But well, thank you. Good to see you. And yeah, his robot Swappy. This is a Swappy here from the gentleman. He's left now, but that seems like such a lot of work to build one of these swappies. So many parts. And there's another one.
Yep.
An orange
Marco's
one.
also working on a GPS guided mower in his yard too.
Right. That's what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Marco, I think.
Yeah, Marco. That's it. Oh, and look, they have some old stuff here. Some of this is part of the permanent collection of the. This is this maker space. Oh, it's a get blown jetpack. Wow. I don't know if I'd use that exact language, but oh, it's during lunch break. They're gonna do a demo. I'm a little bit afraid. Oh, so they have a few of these. Wait a minute, I've been here. Yeah, we've seen. Now I'm recognizing this whole space. We've seen broadcasts from here, from the homebrew club meetings. So these are like a whole bunch of these telepresence bots. So eventually we'll afford one and bring it to RSSC, right? Here's the, this is looks like a block stacking. All right, well. Maybe I'll step out here. Anybody have, I'll wrap up unless there's anything else you want to see. Was that cool?
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, Jim. Thanks for being there for us.
Yeah, no problem. It's definitely fun. Yeah, they even had other events like yesterday, a few days. I wasn't here for there were lectures. The days leading up, there was like some kind of like a course or whatever you could sign up for, but you had to be here like for a few days. Yeah, tech talks. They have the tech talks are going on now, but oh, there's AR, VR. But yeah, I think I've shown the rest of it is the this is what the maker space looks like. They have a couple of TARDISes, by the way. They won't let me go into the whole place, but you can kind of see. Oh, what's over there? That might be accessible. I didn't go into the far corner. But this is a nice space, really quite large. There's another vlogger. Yeah, okay, I didn't come over here. This is must be the VR area. Oh, there's something rather large moving there. What is that? It's part of the VR. Ethereal matter. Huh. You can see a kid is using an arm there. Oh, okay. So on that video, he's in a world here. Oh, wow. So if you can look closely there, he's on a platform that moves each foot. And then one hand is lowering and raising this armature. And it's what he's seeing is he's on a bike, right? That looks like he's on a kind of a virtual motorcycle or something.
Oh, that looks really cool.
Not quite sure. It's interesting. Oh, he's flying now. Huh.
Probably a mech.
So that, what's that?
Go ahead.
Mech, you know, like the robot thing, you know, because just with the way the feet work, you know.
So there's a diagram of it. It's yeah, you can see that's quite a contraption.
Yeah, but looks like he's having an interesting VR experience though.
A what?
VR?
Yeah, it's in VR. It's flying. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting. All right, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, pretty much everything we need to show. Look at all the 3D printers are lined up here. Or they yeah. Huh. This place is pretty cool.
Looks like you're having lots of fun up there, Jim.
Yeah, well, I'm just here for the day, but you know, sometimes you gotta try to get to these events. I happen to be coming up for 2 other things, so kind of worked out. All right, I'm gonna exit here and I'll stop my video. Stop video, okay. Or I'll switch back to, yeah, anyway. There, so thanks for putting up with this. Hopefully it was good for a good live kind of tour of what's going on here.
I could be mistaken, but I think that makerspace that the show is at there's a guy in the Homebrew Robotics Club, Steve Dillo, I think has presented some of his projects from that makerspace on their meetings. So.
Oh yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Steve, I think he's here. He might be here.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
he was talking about it on Wednesday too. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, well, I didn't bump into him, did I? Or I mean, you guys didn't see him, right?
Can't say I did.
He's got the what does he have? He has that tall robot, right? That kind of drives around. He's
not sure.
Is he part of the? He is part of Homebrew, but yeah, we went by Homebrew. I didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there. He's probably around somewhere, but yeah, this is like a robot central for, and it's a lot of homebrew stuff, and definitely some commercial as well. But all right, look what I found. Maybe I should just give them away right here. I was trying to find some place to give away the RSSC tags. Maybe the check-in is a good place. All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody.
All right, Jim. Yeah, thanks for checking in and sharing. Those look a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can make it up there one of these years.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we'll try to make a group out. If you come up and we make a, if I'm going, we'll try to get together, do something together and come up here.
Yeah,
but,
that would be fun.
There's a lot to do here, obviously, in the Bay Area too. Anyway.
Thanks, Jim. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Take it easy.
You too. All right. So that was great seeing what Jim's up to. Going down the list. Hey, Walter, what have you been up to recently?
Actually, just doing my R2D2 right now. Just trying to get it working because there's a lot of opportunities. I just got an email a couple of days ago that they're looking for an R2D2 here. They're filming a lot of stuff here in Southern California for Disney Plus related to Star Wars. So you know, but there's a lot of talent here, so there's a lot of competition. Lots of people have them. So I'm trying to make something that looks a little bit different color scheme, you know, with little extras and stuff. And so I submitted the photos of what I have. It's not done, but it moves. So see what happens. Me and like 30 other R2D2 submitted their photos.
Did I think you had a quick video clip of it. Is there something that you'd be able to whip up and share?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just had success. I got my level shifter thing working. Looks like an E-jet.
Let's see. So I have where did it go? There it is. So the first steps of motion.
Nice.
It's all remote control, obviously, but it's moving. You know, I got like 3 different domes for it, different model of R2s, you know, different looks. And so I call it R2LB because I chose the Long Beach state colors, which is you know, black and gold. So R2LB, black and gold. But yeah, he moves, you know, running around. Didn't bump into the cars this time, like my battle bots did back in 2001.
Oops. That looks pretty impressive, Walter.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah, it's getting there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to learn the AWS Deep Racer cars, which are, you know, the reinforced learning cars, but I haven't had enough time to do that. But they're interesting. So I got
Oh
that.
yeah, you ordered like 3 different styles, right? There's the AWS Racer, and then
then there's the Jet Nano version and the Raspberry Pi version. So for Donkey Car. So I'm looking into all 3 and see what you know, what's best, what they do.
right on. You got all the
It's
toys.
interesting. Yeah, I have too many toys and not enough time to learn it all. But I did learn how to program Pepper. Finally, after all these years.
Nice.
Now I can program Pepper. So yeah, so Pepper is doing good. And
You do a
that's
maker
about
or
it.
ambassador for.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just that we need to make her our ambassador of beach building services.
That's right. Yeah, she does.
Hey, that would be cool.
She is popular there. But there was an email for they're looking for a few robots for a Netflix sitcom pilot that they're working on.
What type of robots they're looking for?
Mobile. They really don't know, but anything that's medium size, like the robot dog there, you know, the Boston Dynamics.
Okay.
Something of that size they're looking for, either quadruped or wheeled or you know, that kind of stuff. So Mitch and I submitted a few things and see what happens. But I think they sent it to the RSSC club, the message. So if any of you have robots, you know, even you, Thomas, maybe submit your you know, your Fembot, because they're looking for just about anything. They don't know exactly what they need. So
look, they're a call for any robots that are out there type of deal.
Yeah, and then based on what they find, I guess, and the fees that you charge and all that, and capabilities of the robot, they'll probably call you.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to bring your robot down and get a few bucks just for what wrangling your robot. Is that
Yeah, so yeah, there should be an email that was sent out to the club, and we submitted something with Mitch, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, you guys, if you have something that moves, just submit it, see what they say.
Walter, one quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you program a pepper? Is there a particular programming language or other paradigm?
Yeah, so Pepper can be programmed many ways, and with pretty much any language that's out there. It's got an SDK for just about anything, you know, Python, C++, you name it. But I program it using a program called Choreograph, and it's a graphical program that has blocks. So you drag and drop blocks, and inside the blocks is Python code. And basically it's mostly Python that I've been using inside the blocks. That's about it. But yeah, I haven't used C++ to program it or any other language, but it is supported by many languages. Yeah, it's pretty much open. I mean, you can use any language that can transmit serially certain commands if they don't understand them.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's interesting. So Pepper has two computers in front. It has like an iPad in front of it. It's an Android-based tablet, and the brains of it, it's an Intel. What's the lower end processor that Intel has? The Intel
Atom?
Atom, yeah, Intel Atom. And so it's got an Intel Atom, it's got a web server in there, and the tablet basically accesses the web server, you know, via wirelessly actually.
So is it
weird? Yeah, they have
sending commands to Pepper and move around and stuff?
exactly, yeah. It just sends commands to Pepper via the
Oh,
web
that's cool.
yeah, and
So it's like the body's on a web server and then the other one's talking through it.
yes,
Talking
exactly, yeah.
So,
it's all wireless, so sometimes it's kind of weird because maybe the server hasn't booted yet on Pepper, but the tablet's already up and running and things are not working. You gotta wait a few minutes.
so like both sides have to be online to be able to
Yeah,
work 100%.
exactly.
Gotcha.
But they're both turned on at the same time, so sometimes the synchronizing doesn't work right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's a cool concept. It's like you having a tablet to remote control your robot, you know, except that it's all built into the same robot.
Yeah, I've been playing around some of the ESP32 technology, which does that.
Cool.
Web server on a pit chip.
Yeah, but that's all I got for now. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff coming up. But
Oh, right on.
that's all I can handle.
Yeah, thanks for catching us up. Looking good.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking good. Just going through the list. Carlos, welcome back. If you'd like, you can tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now. And if not, that's okay.
to frame the code to drive an Omnibot? Ooh, cool. Is that live?
It would appear so.
Jim, can we try this?
You're just starting, Thomas. You're too loud.
Can we try this?
Don't know.
What happened to his screen?
Oh, yeah, you just shared for a moment.
Did you guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Jam.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, Jam.
I'm trying to share these pictures. This is how anybody like you guys can log into one of these Omnibots and drive around here. So if anybody during the day, the rest of the day wants to do it.
Oh, that's sort of a cool idea.
Maybe I'll just post them. I don't know how to post a picture to the chat of this thing. I don't know if that works.
Jim, put it up on the screen. I'll take a screenshot of it.
Can you turn your microphone volume down, Thomas?
Yeah, sorry to spam.
Or- I don't know what's happening when I say down. Okay. So this is this is one of them. So take a screenshot of each one of these. Tell me if you got it.
Hold on just a second. Print screen, print screen, print screen.
Of course, I could just convert these to text and probably, right? But
All right, I got it.
got it. All right, the next one. That's a little blurry, but so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these robots available. And take a picture of that one. Here's the next one.
So you can drive one of those teleoperated robots around, Jim?
Yeah, you can drive it around.
Oh, that would be sort of cool, wouldn't it?
Hey, you guys, somebody should try it from the club. That'd
I'm,
be cool.
I'm downloading it now.
And here's one more.
QR code, huh?
Yeah, hopefully one of those will work.
It
Some of
must
them are
be-
in use.
Whoa, this thing went to block Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Why is it? That's not right.
That's not right.
Oh, that was an ad at the bottom. That's why. I mean, let's have an ad at the bottom. I hit the ad.
All right, well, let's stop share there. Yeah, check that out. Maybe one of you can be walking around here.
I've got to sign up Omni Labs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the sign-in criteria are, but. All right, well, that was it. Thanks.
Try it again.
All right, thanks for sharing.
Hey, I got something to show Al. I can show this audio board.
Right.
It's sort of cool.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I've been working around with this audio wave. It's called a wave trigger board. Let's see if I can. Sorry about that. Can you see that? I better unblur my background. Hold on a
Very
second.
blurry.
Yeah, hold on a second here. Wonder how I do that. Oh, video settings. How did I tell it to turn off here? Okay, can you see this? The red board there is called a wave trigger board. What I'm trying to do is there's an LED on here that is on when the file is playing, and I've got it set up through level shifters here. So the top one's at the 3 volts, bottom one's at the other thing. But anyway, it plays there's a button. Plays an audio file.
Sounds echo through the halls whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still. That is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to get the signal here to be able to drive something else. So right now I've just got it shifted from 3.3 to 5, and it looks like I'm going to have to put an inverter in there to invert the signal. I don't know if I got a 7404 laying around somewhere, but I have. But it's a nice little board. It's called a wave trigger. It's made by SparkFun. It has an SD card reader in there. You can put a lot of different files, and it's got 16 different buttons. But here, see these tabs right there? These buttons and stuff. So like I say, when it's playing a file, that light goes on, but And then when it stops, these energy LEDs come on. I just got to reverse that. But anyway, it's what I'm working on. Any questions?
No, looking good, man.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. I got to invert the signal to get to do what I want. I got the level shifter part working. I have a little level shifter, 4-channel level shifter board I bought from Sparkland too.
All right, right on.
So
Thanks for
that's
sharing.
one thing I'm working on. So
Excellent. All right, thanks for sharing that. Let's get through the rest of the list to see if there's anyone else who you can trick into saying hi. Buzz, if your audio works, you want to tell us what you've been working on? Oh, that's okay. Yoshio, I haven't picked on you yet, but if you want to say hi and tell us what you're working on, that's great. And Ed Katz joined a little bit later on this morning. I definitely did notice you pop on though. All right, yeah, no problem. On my side, I did a demo of Braden last week. He did not threaten to kill anyone, so that was nice.
so it's not threatening to kill you now, is it?
It hasn't lately. Probably the coolest part of that demo from last week was there's a lot of heavy lifting going on. So all the processing happens on a computer at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my home router set up with OpenVPN. And so from a laptop in Riverside, I ran the client app written in Python, which in turn uses services that were being hosted from my house to do the automatic speech recognition, the GPTJ processing, and the speech synthesis. So I don't know if you call that cloud local or local-ish or my cloud or personal cloud, but it seemed to work pretty well. It understood me relatively well. In a larger room with a little bit of an echo and no dedicated headset mic. And as I quipped about earlier, it did not threaten to harm me in front of a crowd of people. So that was good. Overall, it was a good demo.
I liked it. I thought it was interesting that you're in Riverside, but you're talking to your thing at your house. I thought that was sort of cool.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'll definitely keep tinkering with it over time. I love working locally, like having all your brains in the bot, but there's just something to being able to work with bleeding edge spot with equipment that doesn't quite fit on the robot yet, and then having the brains somewhere close. It's not in the cloud, it's on my desktop, but then leveraging that on something that isn't also sitting on my desk. It was kind of neat. I can't wait to see what I do with it. The guardrail that I had talked about a month or so ago, after getting everything set up and everything trained, I haven't turned it on yet. Probably if I ever trust the Braden to talk to anyone else, I'll turn it on, but it's always a little bit more exciting talking to him with no guardrail, because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Forrest, is there, I'm glad you're able to make it. Would you like to take a minute to tell us what you've been up to for since last we met?
Well, I'm working on this voice module. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to see if I could share this video with you guys, and I don't know if it's gonna work. Let me see something. Come on. Unable to play. Nope, it's not gonna let me do that. Okay. It's not letting me. Let me try something else here. Let me try the screen share, and let me see if I can do it this way. Document. Let's see if I can get it from my camera and see if it'll. Well.
Oh, hi,
no,
Forrest. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Let's see.
Lighting conditions could be a little bit better. But it's nice to see your face.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm doing it from my phone, so
I understand.
oh, wait a minute, here we go. I think. This may be yeah, let's see if we can do that. Okay, select. Okay, got it. Okay.
You should be able to
Loading,
share
now
your
let-
screen, but I don't know. I don't know. You ever tried doing that?
Yeah, I was trying to do that and it's not letting me. It's giving me an error.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me try that again. Okay, okay, come on. Yeah, it's saying it's a non-supported document, though it's on the phone. So anyhow, it's a module, and basically what it is it's supposed to work with your robot so you could actually do voice control. It's a Groove Seed Time module, and basically it's supposed to run and control your robot so you can do some voice commands. And so that's what I was trying to do, and I was going to show you a short video of it rather than try to do a full hands-on demonstration, because it would be a little bit much, since I'd have to go out to the garage and stuff. And I'm not sure. It appears to be loading something right now, so I was going to try it. If it works, fine. Criminy. Well, anyhow, that didn't work. So anyhow, let me do one more thing then. Sorry, just trying to do a few things all at once here. So let's do this. Take you out to the garage for a second. And let's see, can I do this video? Okay. Yeah, you can see me just fine. Let's see now. Let's do it. Turn it around the other way, folks. Come on. Is it going to come on? Really? Oh boy. This is, yep, back to the meeting. Okay, let's do it this way. Can you see that now? Let's see, that's one of the projects over there in the corner. And good grief. Rare time in the garage. Pardon me. Anyhow, that's the unit right there. I can't. I don't know if you can see it. The module right up in here.
Yeah, we can see it.
That's it right there. So pretty much that's mounted on my little mobile platform for experimenting with a lot of things. So
We see it, Boris. Hold your phone a little bit more steady because it's kind of jittery.
well, yeah, had too much coffee today. Working a little sleep. There, how's that? Got it?
Yeah, that's good.
So pretty much, all right. Well, nope, you got my key bag. Well, anyhow, that's just one of several projects I've got sort of running around, and pardon the light. And the other one you just saw in the background, the stick man, I call him. That's it right there. Nothing done further on it, but that's just it right there. So those are the two items that I've been working on. So, and just sort of recently got back into it because of just all the work and stuff that I've been having to do. So sort of been taking up all my time. So that's about it.
All right, very good. Thanks for catching us up. And
Thanks,
Always a
Forrest.
pleasure to hang out.
No problem. Yeah, definitely. Right, back to you guys.
All
Same
right,
bat
so-
channel.
Yeah, so we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and turn